a short class on inviting in curiosity and softness. Find a comfortable seat. And with curiosity, notice your sit bones. Notice them connect into the earth beneath you. Tilt your pelvis forward and stack your spine tall. Taking a huge inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth, letting it out. And just notice how you feel. With curiosity, no judgment. Shine a light around. See what you see. Notice what you notice. Perhaps noticing the tingles of the breath circulating through. Taking another long, deep, nourishing inhale through your nose and out through your mouth. And once again, use the breath as a way to explore. Breathing in the oxygen, sending it all around, creating space like a flashlight. Take in an inhale and an exhale. Bring a hand to heart and bring the other hand atop. Taking a moment to be curious about what is happening in that heart space. Connect the heel of your hand into the heart space, the other hand atop. And pause for a moment to notice, what do you feel? Do you feel your heartbeat under your hand or not? Do you notice tension, stress, tightness? Take in an inhale in through your nose. And an exhale, release the tension. Notice how you feel. Curiosity is a tool to look around, to learn, to grow, and to explore without judgment, with a lightness. It's a way to soften the old beliefs, soften steadfast ideas that you have that maybe don't want to nudge, and just a way to see what's going on. Often in our lives, we're too busy. We don't slow down and we don't take a moment to be curious. Use this short practice today as an opportunity to be curious. Take in another long, deep, nourishing inhale. And an exhale, release. Bring your hands to heart center. Connect your thumbs together and connect your thumbs into your sternum, pressing them in firmly. Palms connect. With intention, elbows out wide. Take in another deep, nourishing, cleansing inhale through your nose and an exhale. And set an intention, a wish, an aspiration, a hope for this practice. Perhaps a wish to allow curiosity to soften. Set your intention. Take an inhale and an exhale. And slowly lower your hands to your thighs and open your eyes and let the light in. Notice, be curious. What's different than when you started? And as we move during today's practice, just notice what's different. We'll come to start directly on our hands and knees. Hands will be directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Knees or hips width, tops of the feet on the earth. Engage your belly, strong core, strong arms, humeral heads in the shoulder sockets. Inhale, arch your spine, reach the crown of your head and your sit bones up towards the sky. Enjoy the stretch in the front of the abdomen. Exhale, round your belly up, drop your head and neck, and enjoy the cat stretch, high, high, high. Inhale, arch the spine into cow. Enjoy the movement. Exhale, round into cat. Once again, inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Suck that belly all the way up towards the sky. Enjoy the stretch in each muscle fiber and every nook and cranny. And when you're ready, come back to tabletop. Take a minute to organize your hands, even out your hips. Front of the hips is square to the earth. Stretch the right foot back, drop your heel, reach your right arm towards the sky, come into gate pose. Reach those right fingertips high, high, high. Outer edge of the right foot grounds into the earth. Exhale, extend your right arm long over that right ear with grace. Inhale, raise your right foot up about 6 inches, a little below hip height, coming into a balanced gate pose. Enjoy it. Notice the wiggles and the wobbles with curiosity, without judgment. Focus on your navel to help you balance. Slowly lower your right hand, lower the right knee, come back to tabletop. Take a minute here to explore and find your center. Find your balance, find your stability. Engage your belly. Lengthen your left leg long behind. Drop your left heel towards the earth. Reach your left fingertips towards the sky. Coming into gate pose. Outer edge of the left foot grounds into the earth. Exhale. Reach your left arm over your left ear, stretch it long. Send the breath to every nook and cranny of the left side body, using the breath as a tool. Using the breath as a form of curiosity. Notice if there are any pockets of tightness, any pockets that hurt. Send the breath there to nourish and cleanse them. And exhale, release. Reach your right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it back. Come back to tabletop. Drop your hips back, knees come apart. Come back into child's pose. Sink your hips all the way back towards your heels. Stretch your fingers long, 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 long in front of you. And lower your third eye, your forehead, to the earth between your arms. If you need a block, go ahead and place it under your forehead. And take a moment here to be fully curious. Groin is sinking down towards the earth. Forearms are on the floor. And third eye is connecting inward. Eyes closed. A moment to look within. To be curious. To ask yourself, where might you be being stubborn? Where might you be getting in your own way? Where might softness be helpful in your life right now? Be curious and explore. Breathe into the inner groin here. Allow it to sink lower. Notice your third eye, your forehead, connect into the floor. Stability underneath the forehead. Groundedness. And perhaps also wisdom. Third eye is our intuition and wisdom. What is it telling you? Be curious and ask questions. Choose good questions to ask. Not why isn't this working, but what might work? Where might I want to make a change? Huge breath into the tiny little pockets in the outer fanning of the ribs here. And exhale, release, let it go. Gently rise back up to tabletop. Walk your hands forward to handprint, curl your toes and shift up to downward dog. Walk the dog here. Explore and be curious about all the sensations in the backs of the legs. Notice your hands, spread all 10 fingers wide, all 10 knuckles pressed downward, palms pressed downward, arms engaged, sit bones reach high towards the sky. Press into your hands, reach your sit bones up towards the apex, towards the sky. Lift up high onto your tiptoes and slowly lower your heels. As we begin to move here, enjoy the waking up and the sensations of all the different body parts. Press into your hands and press back a little higher and back a little bit more, enjoying the stretch in the arms and the shoulders. If anything bothers you, up, down. Gently walk your hands back towards your feet. Come into a forward fold. Widen your stance. Notice and be curious about what feels good to you. Lift up all 10 toes like monkey toes and slowly lower them down. Hands come to your elbows. Allow yourself to fold forward more fully, stretching the whole back body, the lower back. Allow yourself to sway. Shift your weight into your toes. Be curious. Shift back into your heels. Shift to the left, shift to the right. Release the clasp of your hands and your elbows. Bring them to your sacrum, reclasp your fingers, extend your fists and your elbows, and allow your hands to fall all the way forward towards the front of the mat. Allow your head and neck to release completely. Draw your attention to the front of your shoulders. Send the breath there with curiosity. For everything that's held there, breathe into it and soften them. Invite a look. Huge inhale here. Breathe in through your nose. And then exhale, release. Allow your hands to fold forward another smidge. Bend the left knee, straight the right, and turn towards the right. Bend your right knee, straight the left, turn towards the left. Come back to center. Allow your hands to fall forward a tiny bit more and enjoy it. Bring your hands back to your sacrum. Allow them to run down the backs of your thighs all the way towards the floor. Engage your belly and slowly roll up to stand, inch by inch by inch by inch. Be curious about the shift in blood flow here. Notice how it feels. Notice everything, recalibrate and enjoy it. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and lower them back down. Take a minute here to breathe, to notice, to enjoy. Huge inhale. A huge exhale. Once again, huge inhale and huge exhale. Bring your hands out and up towards the sky. Palms come together, slight arch back, fold forward, forward fold towards the floor. Inhale for half lifts. Sit bones stick out towards the back, fold forward. Walk your hands forward, come into a downward dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, roll your hip, roll the ankle out. Enjoy all the sensations. Curiosity about what pops up, what you notice here. Can you soften into the pose? Shift your hips back to center. Exhale, gently bring the right foot between your hands. Come into a high lunge. Reach both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sink into it. Lower your hips. Inhale, stretch your fingertips long. Exhale, sink into it. Notice the stretch in the front of the left hip here. Bring your hands to heart center and pause. Take in an inhale. Exhale, sink in a little further. Ensure that your right knee does not extend beyond your right ankle. Wiggle the right toes forward if need be, and pause here. Noticing the wiggles and the wobbles with curiosity. Breathe in through your nose. And exhale, sink down a tiny bit further into the high lunge. Back foot heel is off the earth. See if you can close your eyes. Notice what happens with the wiggles and the wobbles. Straight your front knee. Bend your front knee. Straight your front knee. And bend your front knee. Once more. Straight your front knee. And bend your front knee. Sink into those hips. Hinge at the waist. Fold forward halfway. Hook the left elbow over the right knee. Come into a twist, high lunge twist. Palms come together. Left elbow, upper arm is resting lightly on the right knee. Notice all the sensations and the wiggles and the wobbles and everything waking up here. Take in a deep inhale. And an exhale, release. Twist back to center, rise upright. Inhale, both arms up towards the sky. Right thumb and middle finger grasp the left wrist. Gently tug the left wrist to the right. Notice the opening in the front of the left hip. Soften into it. Be curious about the wiggles and the wobbles. Deep inhale. Exhale, tug it towards the right. Come back to center. Lower both hands on either side of the right foot. Hop the back foot all the way forward. Come into a forward fold. Sink your hips back down and low. Rise up into chair pose. Hands at heart center here. Take a deep breath. Exhale, release. Lift up all 10 toes and lower them down. Lower your hands, reach your hips up towards the sky, release. Let everything out. Inhale, engage your belly, roll up inch by inch by inch by inch by inch. Head will be the last to rise. When you arrive. Be curious about the arrival. Notice your tendency to fuss and fix. Be curious about it. Notice the blood flow coming back into your fingers and your toes. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take an inhale. Arms reach out and up once again. Slight arch back. Fold forward, forward, fold. Inhale for a half lift. Spine straight. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, lower your hands. Step back to downward dog. Walk the dog out here for a minute. Narrow stance in this downward dog. Feet close together. Pedal your feet. Press into both hands. Spread your fingers wide. Shoot your hips up towards the sky as high as you can. Inhale, raise your left leg towards the sky. Exhale, gently bring it between your hands. Rise up into a high lunge here. Wiggle those left toes forward so that when you bend your knee, it does not extend beyond the ankle. Raise both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, stretch your arms tall. And exhale, sink into it. Take a moment here, notice how it feels. Bring your hands to heart center. Pause here. Straight your front knee. And bend your front knee. Straight your front knee. And bend your front knee. And once more, straight your front knee. And bend your front knee. Compassion for the wiggles. Hinge the waist forward halfway, hook your right elbow around your left knee. Come into a high lunge twist here. Palms together, both legs engaged, lots of wiggles and wobbles, everything working here. Notice small muscle fibers waking up. Send curiosity. Don't forget to breathe. Use the breath. Come back to center. Raise both arms up towards the sky. Left thumb and middle finger wrap around the right wrist, tug gently to the left. Notice the opening in the front of the right hip and breathe into it. Exhale, releasing the stress and tension, releasing the resistance. Noticing here, what might you be resisting? What might you be being stubborn about in your life that if you softened would be helpful? Inhale once again. Tug gently to the left. Exhale, sink in a tiny bit more. Huge inhale here. Exhale, come back to center. Arms go out and up. Recross them at the sacrum. Press your fists towards the earth. Chest opens towards the front. Shoulders down and back. Still balanced. You're in a high lunge. Notice all the sensations with curiosity. Notice your wobbles with curiosity. One more breath here. Deep inhale into the pocket behind the heart that's often tight and full of stress. Notice the resistance there with curiosity. Exhale, release the stubbornness, the inflexibility. Invite softening. Release the clasps of your hands. Lower them towards the floor. Hop the back foot forward all the way. Huge step. Come to a forward fold. Engage your belly and slowly rise up inch by inch by inch by inch, noticing all the sensations in the back of the legs. Head will be the last to rise. Unroll your vertebrae. And when you arrive, huge inhale and an exhale. Scrunch your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Draw them back towards the back of the mat. Pinch your scapula together and lower your hands down, palms open. Tadasana or mountain pose. Very strong pose. Lift up all 10 toes. Notice the four corners of your feet ground into the earth and lower them down. Rise up onto your tiptoes. Slowly bend your knees and lower down inch by inch by inch, as slowly as you can. Heels still up in the air, exploring balance with curiosity here, engaging your legs, engaging your glutes. Notice everything as you lower down inch by inch by inch by inch, everything waking up slowly, and pause at the bottom. Take it an inhale here and an exhale, still up on your tiptoes. Bring a hand to heart, the other hand to top. In this balanced pose, check in with yourself. Take in a huge inhale and an exhale, release. Bring your hands to heart center. Slowly rise up inch by inch by inch with your hands at heart center. Slow rise, no hurry. Slowly engaging all the muscles along the way. When you arrive, stay up on your tiptoes. Slowly lower down. Notice the shaking, wiggles, wobbles, roll your feet out. And we'll come to meet on the mat. Bring the soles of your feet together, come into butterfly pose. Rock side to side, have fun with it, play with it. See if you can't tug those heels a little bit into your groin here. Hands can be either on the arches or on your ankles. Connect your sit bones into the earth, tilt your pelvis forward, stack your spine, drop your shoulders, inhale into the chest, and an exhale, release. 2 more big deep inhales, and exhale, release. Release your hands, spread your legs out, open wide, come into a wide angle pose. Use your fists, pick up your hips, tilt your pelvis forward gently. Knees can be bent or straight, or you can bring them a little bit closer together. You should have a nice release in the inner thighs. Sit bones connect deeply into the earth underneath you, pelvis tilted forward. Bring your hands in front and walk forward, smidge by smidge by smidge. Notice how it feels. Notice the energetic shifts in the back of the legs with curiosity. Inviting curiosity. And even in the midst of all the sensations, can you bring in some softness? Perhaps wiggle your toes, play with that, spread them wide. Notice the energy shifts with the toe spread and release. Gently walk your hands back up to your groins, sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your legs and draw them together. Move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Connect your ischial spines downward. Legs are spread long in front. Knees can be bent or straight. Ankles are flexed, toes come back towards your nose. Bring your fingers behind you, tent them behind you, press into your fingers, come into Tadasana, knees connect towards the floor, staff pose, everything engaged here. Breathe into it. Strong pose, every muscle engaged. Exhale, release. One more huge inhale. And an exhale, release. Let everything go. And just notice with curiosity what's happening. Notice all the sensations, fingers, toes, legs. Bring your arms to shoulder height, parallel to your legs, long in front of you. And slowly, as you engage your belly, roll down inch by inch by inch by inch until your head meets the floor. Notice for a moment when you arrive. Allow yourself to soften into the floor, to the earth beneath. Take a minute here to just notice where the tension is. Send the breath to any pockets of tension. Exhale, releasing any resistance, the stubbornness. Inhale into the tightness. And exhale, release. Bend your knees, soles of the feet on the earth. Bring those close to your hips as possible. Flip your palms over, palms face the earth, forearms on the earth. Inhale, reach your hips up towards the sky. Come into bridge pose. Reach your hips as high up as you can. Knees energetically connect. Inhale, reach those hips as high as you can. Knees energetically connect. Buttocks engaged, hands rest on the floor. You grab the outer edge of your mat and tug it towards your feet. Lift your hips up a little bit higher. Slowly untuck your shoulders. Exhale, lower your hips towards the earth. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around them and rock side to side. Just notice how it feels. Taking a huge inhale and an exhale. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Come into happy baby. Press your knees towards the floor. Soles of the feet reach towards the sky and rock. Notice the groin open. Invite softness there. With curiosity, notice any resistance, any tightness. Enjoy the massage on your lower back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Press your heels in towards your groin and enjoy that. Take a huge inhale. Exhale, press the heels in even a little bit more and enjoy it. Release your hands, lower your feet towards the floor. Bring your knees together, feet apart, wiggle your feet towards the outer edge of the mat. Bring your arms above you in an easy cactus shape or a T if your shoulders bother you. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop your knees to the right and pause. Energetically connect that left knee towards the front right corner of the mat. Breathe into the front of the left hip here. Exhale, turn your gaze to the left. Invite curiosity and softness in here. Notice your heart rolled open in a different position. Lots of space there to allow the heart to slow and fill in diastole. Send the breath to the front of the left hip. Breathe into it and enjoy it. On the exhale, press the left knee towards the front right corner of the mat. Another deep inhale. And exhale. Bring your gaze back to center. Bring your knees back to center. Reorganize your hips. Take a moment. Reorganize your arms and your shoulders. Knees together, feet apart. Inhale. Exhale, drop your knees fully to the left. Right knee connects energetically to the left front corner of the mat. Notice the stretch in the front of the right hip with curiosity. Invite looseness. Inhale. Exhale, turn your gaze to the right. And in this spot, allow the softness. Letting go of resistance, letting go of deeply held old thoughts that don't want to go. Breathe into it. And exhale, release. Allowing yourself to notice, to be curious, to soften, to let go of judgment. One more purposeful, intentional breath into the front of that right hip, into any tight spots that you notice as you look, as you shine that flashlight around. Breathe into it. Exhale, release. Gently bring your knees back to center, hips back to center. Bring your arms down by your sides. Stretch your legs long. Come into Shavasana. Drop your feet so that your toes fall towards the outer edge of the mat. Flip your palms open and allow yourself to sink in here. Sink in for a minute of full rest and healing and restoration. Taking a huge inhale and a huge exhale. Allow yourself to soften fully. Allow the breath to breathe for itself. All the muscles soft and relaxed. Just allowing, being, enjoying. Take in an inhale and an exhale. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bringing consciousness back into your body. Reach your arms long above you and your toes long in front of you. Take in another long, deep, nourishing inhale. And an exhale. Slowly roll over to one side and pause there for a minute. A moment, once again, of curiosity. Checking in with yourself, shining a flashlight around. Is there anything you noticed? Any spots where you're carrying things with you? Resistance, stubbornness that you might like to let go before you move on off the mat into your day. When you're ready, press into your hands and slowly come up to a comfortable seat where we began. Connect your sit bones back into the earth. Tilt your pelvis forward with intention and stack your vertebrae one atop the other, all the way through your spine, up through your neck to the crown of your head. Take in a deep inhale, reach tall. And an exhale, release. And just notice how you feel. Bring a hand to heart and the other hand to top. Another check-in. A moment to thank yourself for choosing this short practice today. And a moment to acknowledge your willingness to be curious. Your willingness to let go of a little bit of stubbornness and soften a little. Bring your hands to heart center, palms together, finger pads touch, and pause here for a moment. A moment to set an intention, perhaps, of continuing to invite curiosity, continuing to be willing to soften a little bit and to just see what might happen when you do. Taking a huge, deep, cleansing inhale here. And an exhale, release. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. The light in me honors and reflects the light in each and every one of you. I wish you much curiosity, much softening. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be safe. And may you love and be loved. Have a beautiful week.